All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to help you become more successful. I'm here to help you become the best version of yourself so that you can achieve success in life, okay? Now, every single person has a unique definition of success. That being said, they all fall into generally these three categories that I'm going to talk about. So we're going to come to a common understanding of what success is, and then we're going to talk about how to get there, okay? So I think everyone can agree that having enough money to pay your bills and being financially abundant is success, okay? That would be considered a successful thing, being able to leave finances to your children, to your children's children, to just not have to struggle. Can everyone agree that success includes financial success? Okay, I think that's pretty clear, okay? Another factor of success is our relational success, being able to have healthy, enjoyable relationships, not toxic relationships, not people that bring you down and suck your energy like a vampire, but people that build you up and want to go in the same direction as you do. Healthy relationships, okay? Healthy relationships. On top of that, I think we can all agree that mental sanity, mental clarity, mental health, living in a state of peace, and one could even argue physical health, not just mental, but overall physical health, is crucial to success, okay? So when we have mental and physical health combined with good relationships and abundance of finances, that is success, okay? Those are the tangible things in order to succeed in life. We want to be able to multiply and be able to create offspring, okay? Which is a core reason why you're here and part of your duty as a human to be able to do that, okay? And one of the joys of being part of the human race is that you can participate in sending your DNA to the next generation, okay? Now, everyone has their own definition of what their relationships look like, what their finances look like, what their mental health would look like, what their physical health would look like. Everyone has that. So this gives us room to be ourselves, be creative with it, and have our own dreams, but fall into categories that we can all agree lead us to success, okay? Now, how do we get there, okay? The best way that I've seen to be able to achieve these things is when you build your foundation. If we call this not the food pyramid, but the success pyramid, I have found that a spiritual foundation is the key to sustaining these other things, okay? In the Gospels, we see Jesus talking about a person who builds their house on sand. When a storm comes, their house is swept away. But a wise man builds their house on the rock, on a rock bed. And when a storm comes, the house is still there. Okay? So, he's talking about foundation. Jesus calls himself a cornerstone, which is a crucial building piece, which is dependent. The building is dependent on the cornerstone to support it, okay? Now, I found this psalm, which I found really important. This is something that I heard somebody say recently, which I think is basically the key here. In one sentence, in one paragraph, if you do these things, the other things will flow, okay? And I want you to think about it this way, okay? So if God, theoretically as an idea, You don't have to believe in God or not. But if God theoretically, as an idea, is the source of all, okay, is the source of all creativity, of love, if God is intelligent, if God is abundant, if God is these things, even just the idea of God being these things, then being like God, as close to like God as possible, also makes you those things. If God is peace, if you are like God, you logically are peace and peaceful. If God is abundant, if you are like God, you will be abundant financially, in relationships. If God is loved, you naturally are going to be loved just like your relationships, okay? You would be able to have loving relationships, okay? So, I'm going to share this with you and send you on your way, all right? So you can go out in the world and be great, okay? Get out of your own way and be great, okay? Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. Okay? So I actually heard somebody who speaks Hebrew describe to me, have you ever heard the phrase, let there be light? Okay? Let there be light. And in Hebrew, it would almost translate to let there be awareness of the order of the universe. Let there be light is not physical light, it is let there be awareness of the order of the universe, okay? There are laws and there are rules to the universe. If you know what they are, if you like those laws, if you play the game by those rules, things work. But if you play by a different set of the rules, and in this phrase, wicked is people who don't want to play the game by the rules, and people who delight in the law want to play the game of life by the rules that God, as an idea, has created. Okay? And this is the result that they get, okay, by delighting in the law of the Lord, which is the order of the universe, how it is supposed to work. There is an order to things. Torah is, the Jewish word Torah basically means the direction that one needs to go. The direction of an arrow in order to hit the bullseye is the way that I understand it. The exact path that an arrow must travel in order to hit the bullseye. Okay? In order to hit that. If it takes any other path, it does not hit the bullseye. Okay? So by us taking the path to hit the bullseye, surprise, surprise, we will hit it, okay? This is what happens. He is like, okay, so blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like, this is the result, he is like a tree planted by streams of water, that yields fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. In all that he does, he prospers. Financial, mental, relationships, okay? Prosper, 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 prosper. But how do we get there? Delight in the law of the Lord. Delight in the rules of the universe. Play the game by the rules of the universe. Let's not make our own rules. If we play the game the way it's meant to be played, it works. If it's like this, if you want to build an engine, if you want a car that runs, there are a specific set of steps. The gas needs to be brought up and kind of evaporated, and then pressurized by the pistons or whatever, which is connected to a spark, which I don't know exactly how the whole car works, but it's something like that. There's a spark that hits the gas, the pressurized gas, and cranks the piston, and the piston creates energy, basically. Okay, so when all of these steps take place and it's ventilated properly and the pistons are lubricated, when all of this takes place, the car runs and it works. Okay, it works. All right, those are the laws. Delight in the laws of how cars work. Okay, the laws of the mechanics, the laws of the engineers. Delight in those laws and your car will work. Delight in the law of the Lord and you will prosper in all that you do. Okay? So that's what I wanted to share with you guys right now. And I will just finish this chapter. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff. Chaff is like the shells of seeds. Are like chaff that the wind drives away. Sounds like the house that was built on the sand. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. Okay, those who don't want to follow the laws of the universe, things don't work out, okay? They don't work out. Let's stop doing that if we want to be successful in life. We want to be the best version of ourselves. Let's play the game by the laws of the universe, all right? If this video was impactful to you, share it with a friend. The fact that you shared it with a friend is one of the ways that this channel grows. All right, we're a relatively small channel. Think of this like a small business, okay? Do you want to support the big businesses, those big guys, or do you want to support the little guy who actually cares about you, okay? Taking time out of their day to build something with no results yet, okay? Or very little results. 74 subscribers, okay? If you found this video impactful, if you found this description, the way that I think about life, to be very, very helpful to you, share it with a friend, hit that like button, comment something as well. Have a wonderful day, guys. Go be the best version of yourself. Remember, I believe in you. I made this video so you could be the best version of yourself. So you need to go out there and do that, okay? Have a wonderful day.